It's Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Michael Badgley will be the first to get this one going. Off we go from Kansas City. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
They're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. And I don't think it's going to be his last.
Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
At the 15-yard line.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And he's in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, KC. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs 7, Colts nothing.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Anthony Gould now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
That one good for 26 yards.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Colts.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 18.
2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
First and 10 at the
And it's a big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Jones. He's got the big man, Mo Alley-Cox. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Colts are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense is going to take over now for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 17
They'll gain
yards.
17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
To the left side in the hands of Rice. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Mahomes going to keep it himself. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up third down. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That's to Gray, open on the left side. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
That's good.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Throwing is Mahomes. To the goal line and in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Kansas City. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs extend their advantage to 14-3.
Chiefs 14, Colts 3.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Colts offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Working from the gun, it's Jones. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Kansas City sends Nico Remigio back to return. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Mahomes back, firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. Here's Mahomes. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
3 yards to go.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. We spend so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down. Mahomes. Looking middle, he's got Kelsey. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Mahomes quickly out to right. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. Right back to the air for Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Trying to keep a drive alive, going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now, Mahomes. That is caught side of the end zone. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Makes the score, Chiefs 21, Colts 3.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Jones keeping this one. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 2. Throwing now is Jones. Into space at the 45. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They'll run here with Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. from the 39. Here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This play right here is just a clear example of just how hard it is to bring this back down, Mike. I mean, he had to break multiple tackles just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But give credit to the defense. They kept bringing bodies at him, and they're eventually able to get him down for no gain.
Pass right side to down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
In what's been a pretty one-sided affair from the opening whistle, it just seems like it continues to get worse. This defense, they know they have them on the edge, and they continue to rush the quarterback the way they are. I'm not sure what this offense can do come the second half.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he'll take this past the 30, a gain of 6, mark it at the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On 4th down, the Chiefs send out Matt Ariza to punt. Back deep for the Colts, Anthony Gould. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Room up the sideline at the 45. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will score. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, about Indy. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Here's Michael Badgley for the point after. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Patrick to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
10 yards.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Now quick throw taken in by Brown. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Complete to number 5, Marquise Brown. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 43-yard line.
2nd and inches. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Pass complete left side to Worthy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
19 yards.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone.
To the pylon, he's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Butker now for the point after. He's got it. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Colts 10.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line has had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. In motion comes Pittman. Jones now on first down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Shotgun now for Jones. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
First down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. Finding the open man, that's Pittman.
Jones pass. Complete to Michael Pittman. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9. At the 44-yard line.
Here's a second and 9. Again, they'll throw with Jones. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
Third and 14.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Working from the gun, it's Jones. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's third and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Returnable for Remigio. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
At their own 23-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Jones. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
They go right back to Taylor. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Indianapolis.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third down, 3 to go. Jones operating out of the pistol. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal drop. This one from 54 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. gun. Here's Mahomes. Working the right side. Taken in by Rice.
Complete to Rashid Rice. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll step up and run this. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
He'll check that down to Pacheco. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 10 at the Colts 35-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw again. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To the air once more. It's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50s. They get 15 on that game. First down, KC.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. It's 2nd down.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mahomes back. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. One, They're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, team's willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And this is the predicament that a lot of defenders find themselves in, Mike, when the quarterback decides to scramble. They've got 2 options. Stay in coverage and don't give up the big play over your head, but then it opens up a lot of rush lanes for the quarterback and his legs. But now, in this case, he decides to gamble a little bit. He rolls the dice that he can get to the quarterback and abandon his coverage responsibilities. It pays off, and he's able to come away with the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Here's Remigio. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Rice. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
1st down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, They've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. In middle, he's got Kelsey. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
12 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run with Pacheco. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Cameron Bynum on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes quickly out to Rice. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback...
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Now Butker to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will extend this third quarter lead.
Colts 13.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now it's Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, the Colts ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter commences. It's a run by Taylor. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Jones. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good.
22 yards, the pickup there. That's good for a Colts first down.
First down, Colts.
From the gun, it's Jones. That one over the middle to the tight end. He's got Warren. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Indianapolis.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Colts first down.
Now, Jones. Moving left. He runs with it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
More yards.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Here's Badgley for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Colts are able to cut into the deficit.
38. Colts 20.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Remigio now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They put Kelsey in motion. A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
brings up third
So
down
often when it
and
comes to
5.
safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Man in motion is Brown. On third down, Mahomes. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Results in a fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Working from the gun, it's Jones. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
On second down, here's Jones. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down. Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. Third down coming up. That's Pierce in motion. Throwing is Jones on third down. Pass right side to Downs. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
They gain 18 yards on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the
And this is a tricky
44-yard
part
line.
of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
18 on the gain again. And another first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. That's out quickly to Pittman. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
A gain of 3 yards.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Jones to the air again. This is caught at the 2. And the Colts are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's good for a Colts.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Badgley now, attack on the extra point. His kick is good, and the Colts are able to edge a bit closer.
38, Colts 27.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Remigio now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense back onto the field for their next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Complete to Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
In the middle, and he's got Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
So often we see a team that's milking a 2-score lead get very conservative, especially in the fourth quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a 2-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Incomplete. Covering outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On play action, it's Jones. He'll dump this off to Taylor. Complete. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Jones. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. He's got his man. That's down. Great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 41 yards.
41-yard gain. 1st down, Colts.
Now you start thinking situational football, Mike. We're under the 4-minute mark. They've got to go get a score here. Ideally, you want to do it on the plus side of the 2-minute warning, if at all possible.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
A gain of 22
And despite
yards.
things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the 4th quarter.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Number 14, Alec Pierce. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 6-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Again, they'll throw with Jones. And he will score! Game on! Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Colts. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision, down 8, going for 2. And he'll get into the end zone and get this one a couple of points closer.
41, Colts 35.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Chiefs offense ready to get back to work. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes, who outs another catch for his favorite target. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Rashee Rice, touchdown Chiefs. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more.
The Chiefs will set up for the
They'll look to throw. They'll try to do it with the screen. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Doolin. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Jones. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now Jones throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, the crowd at Arrowhead roaring. Here's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
It's fourth down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
He'll look deep for Pittman. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. The Chiefs' offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. And a few kneel down should come close to closing this one out, depending on whether or not the defense wants to use those 2 timeouts they have left. But it really would just prolong what seems to be inevitable. Gives it to Pacheco. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Colts' 36-yard line.
Tight on.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
At the 32-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point.